guys, welcome back. Today I have a challenge lock, and it's not in the form that we usually see that's been modified by PinMaker. This is actually a stock lock, and I've had this for probably just under the whole length of time I've been involved in the lock sports community. I got this in one of my very first trade, probably my second trade, and I got it from Pete Restall, and I think it was just one of these cases where he was doing a clear out and put a picture of a few locks and said, you know, just let me know what you want and we'll work out a trade. And I think that's where I got this one from. It's a very nice Asec cylinder, and you can see immediately, or you would if the camera would focus, that it's got quite a restrictive keyway there. It's not our usual Yale keyway, so that's going to be quite difficult to deal with. We do have a key here. There's a bitting, not great, but it could be worse. And of course it works nice and smooth. This camera is just not cooperating. I think it's frozen with the bad weather we've been having. We've been having crazy weather, just hailstones and snow in the middle of April. But anyway, I really do like this lock because it's got a very nice finish on it, and it's nice also to get 3 keys. I don't think this lock was in use, or if it was, it certainly wasn't for very long, because the feedback is it's very nice, and it's very crisp. It's not sort of it's not dampened by the dirt that can build up from years of use. This lock has taught me a lot of things because it's been in my naughty bucket for a long time. It's first of all taught me that when I pick, you've probably seen me pick loads of locks where I just, when I'm picking them, the pick is just a blur because it's moving so quickly. And I look back at that and I wonder why I do that, but I think it may be partly because of the speed picking competitions that I've entered. I just learnt to pick that way. It looks very brutal, but really I don't think it is. So this lock has taught me really to slow down and feel for the feedback, because if you're not feeling for it, then it's not going to cooperate for you. But if you do feel for it, it really shouts at you. Anyway, I guess I'll now clamp this lock up in my vise and have an attempt at picking it on camera, and I'm looking forward to having a go at gutting it too, because I've never gutted this one. Okay, so it's working smoothly, and I'm going to use top of the keyway just to deal with that tight keyway. And yeah, I'm sorry about the glare. It's not really glare, it's actually quite dark here, so I'm filming quite late, but the exposure is quite high. So what I'm going to do is I'm feeling for a binding pin, and the way you can do that quite easily is, you can see here as I come to the first pin, my pick, if I zoom in a bit more, my pick takes a sudden lunge over that pin. You can see there, it just lifts up, and that's because, it doesn't really do that with the other pins, that's because the other pins are not binding, so they're moving out of the way for my pick. But that first pin, it's actually bound, and that means that the pick is actually having to get out of the way of the pin instead of the other way around. Okay, so because pin 1 is bound, I'm going to pick him, and we got a nice click out of him. That's pin 5. And I'm sorry if you can hear the neighbours in the background. I think they're repairing a roof. So that's pin 4. Pin 3, I think that felt like. Pin 5 again. And pin 3. and pin 4. Okay, so I was having a bit of trouble there, mostly because my pick is a little bit bent and it's not quite long enough to reach those deep pins, and you can see here that especially pin 2 there needs lifted quite a bit, and if you half set the pin or overset the pin, it's a very nicely designed lock, so all the other pins will actually drop down. So you do have to be quite skillful, but it does give you very nice feedback, so you know for sure when a pin is set. And I know that you could probably also see the core turn. Okay, so I'm now going to gut this lock. As I said, I've never taken this lock apart before, but from previous or past experience, these usually tend to have spools of them in them, but this one certainly doesn't feel like it has any spools in it. So, see if we can tackle this clip first of all. It's been a while since this one was last gutted. I think Pete actually did a video on this lock in one of his very earlier videos. There we go. Okay. Get my pinning tray in. I really need to tidy it up a bit. And of course I haven't actually gutted a double Euro cylinder in a while. I'm going to have to use this pinning shoe and pull the core out. Okay, that worked. There's a spacer, which looks like it's made of aluminium or steel. It's definitely steel. That's only a 5-pin lock. So actually all 5 of the key pins are standard. And now the tricky bit. Pin 5 is a standard. Pin 4 is a spool. Pin 3 is a spool. Pin 2 is a, I believe a spool, but I couldn't see that. And pin 1 actually bounced out. He's a standard. So that's what we've got. I don't remember exactly what order that came in, but I believe pin 5 was a spool. Okay, that's not my usual way of gutting, but we've got the pins out, that's the main thing. Okay, so that's a little bit surprising. I didn't expect there to be spools in it, because I didn't feel any false sets. So that's very interesting, and if I quickly pop the pins back into the core, I think the reason for that may be because the pins aren't actually... I think the only pin that's deep enough for a spool pin is pin 2, and even then I didn't feel any false set, as you can see here. Okay, so a very nice lock. It's a pity about the spool pins not actually working, but well, there we have it. So Pete, you've probably forgotten all about this lock, but I certainly haven't. Here it is, and I have finally managed to pick it. So there we go, the Asec, the 5-pin double Euro cylinder. Thank you very much for watching this video, and before I forget, if you haven't already seen one, here is the new £1 coin. This was my very first one, actually. So there it is, 12-sided. Okay, anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.